you need, right? So basically, divide the hair in 3 equal pieces if you can, using the fingers, sort of like in 3 sections. Yeah. So and then, so we're gonna label them 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So 1 on your right, your left. Yeah. Yeah. And then the middle section, number 2, and then left, number 3. So we're gonna take number 1 and go behind number 2 to collect number 3. Yeah? As you grab in, you do the same to the other side. Let me start over again. Yeah? Separate into 3 equal pieces. Number 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna take number 1, which is on your right side. Go under number 2 to grab number 3.
Oh, okay.
Right? So you're grabbing it. Yeah. And then you grab it.
Yeah.
Which means the middle bit is going to be left alone.
Yeah.
Then you take the middle bit to go under number 3 to grab the back.
Oh.
Do you get it? So middle, we're still here, middle section, come around to grab a hair from the back. So we're going to sort of like detangle one side, if you have one side of the doll's head that's free, and then sort of use like the detangler to sort of like spray it in the hair so that the hair is all like nice and detangled. So I want you guys to sort of use that to spray. And then we're going to try and do smaller cane rows, if you guys are ready for that. The smaller one will literally be easier. You actually be surprised. Because right. Again, so we already detangled, we already like sort of like did the partings where the hair is in the middle. So we're gonna use one side. So a trick that I always tend to do when it comes to smaller cane rows is that to make them even, I tend to do singles at the back, at the very nape of the neck, because you know some of us got very small, you know, our necks are just very small. So it's best to sort of like do a parting at the back and do a few singles to make sure all your cane rows are like aligned and in like quite uniformed going down. It doesn't look like you got a whole heap of them just tram up at the back, basically. So, but for now, let's sort of try and do like a small one. We do the pattern like we did before and sort of like line it to sort of your temple. For a smaller piece, so we can do like a pattern at the very temple and then down to the nape of your neck. Yeah? And then we're gonna start doing smaller braids. The same concept I showed you with the 1 through 3 in braiding back.
How do you feel now that you are an ambassador?
It's crazy because I was telling like the team, I was like, as I said, I'm such a behind the camera person. It's like literally bringing me out my shell. I'm such an introvert I'm good at one-on-ones, but in terms of like this is like my biggest fear. So it's like, it's literally, they're pushing me out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing.
How do you feel now in front of all?
Everyone's welcoming, I love it. Everyone is so nice. It made it a lot easier for me. Everyone is, it's a good one.
What advice would you give to somebody who was going to apply for the Cantu Curl 2022?
Just do it, especially if you like to like create different hairstyles and be like out there and just be creative. Just do it. Just get out your comfort zone and just try something new. You'd be surprised how creative, and especially with our hair can do anything, literally. So just go for it.
So in terms of developing, so this workshop was for beginners.
Yeah.
When thinking about moving on to the next stage.
Yeah.
What the skills that we learned today.
Yeah.
The 1, 2, 3. How do we transfer that into maybe doing
extensions?
Advanced style like extensions, like feeding, even like a feeding,
Yeah.
which is that. Like,
With the feeding, there's different ways you can actually do it. So if you wear nail extensions, it's like you can use your, as long as you get the concept of the braiding back, you can sort of use your pinky to sort of like make that pattern of the lines. Or you can sort of, people tend to do a different way, as in using rubber bands. But I always say, like, put rubber bands in oil before you use it, section it in the pattern you want, which is the feed-in, and then braid over it. If you can't get the concept of using your pinky to sort of, you know, do the feed-in braids. Or, there's another way, you can sort of like part the hair into two, put gel in the middle, and then as you're braiding, you're using your comb to separate it, which gives you the line automatically because you're not having to go right through, because the gel in the middle is going to help you keep that line straight. So it's quite, that's an easy way of doing it.
So this is a beginner class.
Yeah.
If we wanted to do like straight backs,
Yeah.
do you think that that would be an easy way for us to be able to get to make it neater?
100%.
Just braiding. And
Yeah,
catching.
it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because, and I always recommend to make sure that you soak the bands in oil so that it's not going to break your hair. That's one of my best advice, because using the actual bands on your actual hair is just going to break it. So always use like a coconut oil, olive oil, whatever oil it is, to sort of soak it in a good like an hour before you start braiding your hair.
Because I know you've got 5 girls. For like little girls,
Yeah.
how do you advise you start styling so that you don't get that sort of tension from a really young age? What's your process?
For my girls, I just do like, I just do big braids, like not like with extensions, but with their own hair. So I do like little cane rolls going down, or like little, you know, like little single braids with their own hair, with little bubbles, not too tight, just little ones to keep their hair nice and like intact. For my girls, to be fair, I didn't start braiding their hair till about 4. Start plaiting their hair. I just put their hair in little little bunches and stuff, and just oil their scalp, wash their hair. That was just easy for them. I always advise not to start too young, because you don't want their hair to be, you know, start getting that pullback. Just let their hair be. Just put a little bit of product in it, oils, do a little plait, and let it be. Literally, because you don't want to traumatize them so young. Depends on how thick the child hair is, though.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Because I started braiding my daughter's hair earlier than that.
Yeah.
But that's because her hair
It was thicker.
it's thicker, but it's really, really long.
Yeah.
So bunches, I couldn't do bunches anymore because it would just fall.
Well, like little things like bantu nuts, like not too tight as I said before, but just little bunches, and then twisting the hair down and just giving a little so that it stays in and it's not frizzy or, you know, dry.
We just set on a single plaits.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Single plaits is life.
If we wanted to continue to kind of follow you now on the braiding journey,
Yeah.
how would we do that? If we followed like your Instagram handle,
Yeah.
to see tips?
Yeah, I'm always like showing little videos on my page with my daughter, because I teach them how to do braids and stuff, and I always have like little videos on my page showing people how like I do braids. I always try to do little videos myself showing how I do braids and little different styles and twists and stuff. So yeah, on my page you can sort of look at it on Instagram. Mama's hair. Mama's hair. Easy peasy, mama's hair.
What's a good hair care routine once you've taken up like twists or braids, like it's out, and then what's your best tips?
What I always tell my clients when it comes to like protective styles, when you take them out, always give your hair like a good deep treatment, like a leave-in mask, and making sure that it's like, you know, treated well. Trim your ends and give your hair about a week or 2 break before you actually think of putting in another protective style, because I feel like with a lot of my clients, they tend to like, no, I don't want people to see my hair. I'm like, it's fine. That's going to protect your edges, because you're not constantly braiding it, pulling it. Just let your hair rest, because a lot of women tend to have after a certain time, their fronts start to go back a bit, and that's because they're not taking breaks. It's always good to take a break, even if you just do little 2 plaits, what you learned today. 2 plaits, let it breathe, moisturize it, leave a leave-in condition, and let it be. There's not too much tension, not too much going on with your hair. That's my routine. That's what I took my braids out about 4 days ago. I only put it up because I didn't want to come. I'm like, I just wanted to just deal with it. I just put it up in a bun. It's been like this for the past 3 days. I just stick it up and just like tie it back and just leave it be. Literally, just have a good routine. Deep condition, trims, and in between, take breaks.
Wow, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's workshop. I know I've had fun, I've learned a lot. I also like a lot of names. My favorite actually is right now is our world dancer, Mirabella. I really love the fact that she's on tour. I really am loving that. Bissy was trying as well. Bissy was really trying, but she got there. She really did get there. But I want to say thank you guys all for coming to today's workshop. Also, can we give a big shout out and a woo woo to Momo's hair? Thank you for all the techniques you have taught us today and everything. Can we also give an amazing shout out to Candy Sinead? Thank you, guys. And also, can we shout out to the Cantu team for coming here and everything? And also shout out to you guys for coming, for learning. And honestly, guys, it's all about getting the technique. Now you've been here to this workshop, you've got the technique, and now it's all about taking it home and doing it. The heads are all yours, so you can take your heads, and in your goodie bag, there is a bag for your heads in there as well. So that's all great. Take it. The combs are also yours that you've used. Also put that with your bag. Also, we will be sending out a feedback survey after to your email, so please respond to us. But thank you so much. And a big shout out to the Treasure Chest team.